everything in my being, in my soul was like, they're taking 10. I can be one of those 10s. I'm going to be one of those 10. Obvious reasons. Mississippi is not a state that I want to visit. So nothing against Mississippi and the people of Mississippi, but history says I'm staying far away. Maybe 3 or 4 girls to the same restaurant.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
And everyone just goes, oh! And I'm just like, oh, damn.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jordan Whitrock Show. I'm your host, Jordan Whitrock, and today we have a very special guest, one that's been in the making. He has helped out with this show. He's been on multiple episodes, and we finally have the ability to get him in front of the camera. So I've been looking forward to this moment. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Mike Daniel. Woo!
What up?
Let's go.
How's it going?
All right, and if you're currently looking, we have this shot. It's really beautiful. It's a new camera. We upgraded, folks. Upgrades, people. You know how we always talked about how terrible the GoPro was? It caused so many issues. Like, we got rid of it. Actually, which reminds me. Okay, you know how we would always, like, put a little table there and, like, that's where we'd... Because I got the wrong stand.
Yeah.
It turns out the stand actually had a neck that extended like
it did
10 feet. And so we were doing that for no reason. And I'm like, I found that out when I went home for winter break. I was like, bro, this sucks.
The more
like,
you know.
All right. I also wanted to give a shout out. We have a new TD in the building. Let's go. He goes by the name of David Hudler. Hudler, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, David, what's up?
Say
hello to everyone.
Hey guys, how we doing? Thanks for having me. Thank you.
He does sound like he is tied up and has a gun pointed at him, but I can promise you that's not true.
Yeah, it's all good over here. All good.
Right on.
Sweet. All right. Okay, Mike.
What's up, brother? Good to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. I'm excited. This was we tried to shoot last week and then just didn't work, and then which was fine, honestly, and then we were able to reschedule for next week, which doesn't normally happen all the time.
But people just always switching around.
No, it it happens where, like, I don't know, people just aren't like, they have like, I'll block this chunk out, and then if it doesn't work, it's like, oh well, I'm scheduled out like till whatever. And so it was nice that we were able to be like, honestly, let's just move it to next week. And I was like, all right, cool, because I'm pretty free flowing that way. Like,
well, look at me, I don't live an extravagant life at the moment, so I'm not tied up with much of anything except for work and school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, whatever you want to do, I'm free. So I told people back at home, it's like, people were like, let's hang out. I'm like, all right, just let me know. I'm not doing anything. Just hit me up. And then
it's like that classic where everyone's like, yo, like, we should hang out sometime. But it's like, you know how some people do that because they just want to like make sure that they know that you think they're friendly, but they actually never really want to hang out with you. And you're like, bro.
This is why, if you remember back when we were talking to Kieran.
Yeah.
And I was talking about friend tiers.
Yeah.
Where I have like certain tiers of friends. Like there's some tier like 4, 5, 6. If I say, hey, let's plan to hang out, then or if they come to me and say, hey, we want to hang out or do something, depending if they're like 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever, I'm just like, all right, how important is this person? I'm like, I'm down with hanging out with them, but if someone from tier 1, 2, or 3 hits me up,
dang. So are you one of those people where like someone's like, hey, what do you? Like, so it's Monday, and someone's like, hey, what are you doing Friday? And you're like, I don't really know yet. Like, like I'll let you know like as we get closer or whatever. But is that because you're waiting for a tier? That's a tier 3 friend. You're waiting for a tier 1 friend to be like, yo, Mike, what are you doing? You'd be like, yes, please.
Most likely. If they're tier like 7, 8, 9, and then it's like, all right, cool, well, sure, but we'll see what happens.
That's fair.
Or it's just like I'm just not really looking forward to it. Nothing against them personally, but it's just we haven't really gotten to that level.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, okay. So
there's always room for improvement.
Okay, so you are currently a student at SCAD for acting, which is how we met. When you, what was your decision process in choosing SCAD? How did you audition for SCAD? All that kind of stuff. Like, how did you end up here? I don't know if we ever got a chance to really talk about that.
That's a fun story. Well, I graduated back in 2016 from Fitchburg State.
Okay.
Went to Charleston, South Carolina. Did my internship. Was living in Charleston for about 5.5 months back in 2017. Finished that. Went back home to Massachusetts.
Okay.
Sat around for 8 years. Always thought about the idea of going to grad school.
Yep.
Never really enough to pull the trigger on it. And then this is 2024, like around my birthday, my 36th birthday.
Okay.
Around that time, I was thinking like, all right, now I'm 36. I'm gonna be 40 in 4 years. I'm 37 now.
Yeah.
But I really started thinking about what do I want, like what's my life gonna look like by the time I turn 40, and how I wanted to get to the next level.
Was there a moment that made you think that, or was that just you like?
I think
having multiple years just pondering and being.
It was just
like,
definitely just multiple years
Okay.
just pondering. I mean, I was just doing theater wherever I could do theater. I did some professional shows, which was really great.
Yep.
It's fun. Get paid for them. That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Doing community theater, doing theater wherever I could, but still feeling stagnant and just wanting to get to the next level. So grad school was always in the back of my mind, and I knew about the ERDAs.
Yeah.
So I started to email College of Charleston, which is a really good school in Charleston. I was like, I'm gonna go back to Charleston because that school was great. I saw them perform Rent when I was down when I was living there, and it was a fantastic show. They had a great program, but it really wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. So contacting my old Fitchburg State professors and my director for a show that I did the show Proof.
Oh,
And,
yeah. Isn't that being put? Isn't
someone's
thesis?
doing it?
Yeah, there's
someone's
a
doing it for a thesis.
Yeah.
And they sent out an audition. And personally, I've tried not to do shows twice.
It's
Nothing
kind of not
against
fun. I've done it before.
Who's doing
It's
it,
not-
whatever. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm only gonna play Hal again. There's only 4 roles in there, and the other male role is like an older father. He's like 50 or something like that. So, but Hal was great. I loved playing Hal. I loved doing that show. It was one of my favorite shows to do. But yeah, dude. So he told me that I was my professor told me about the ERDAs. My director told me about the ERDAs. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do the ERDAs.
Yeah.
And so I signed up. I think the day I signed up, it was like December 2024. The day I signed up, the very next day, I think SCAD contacted me, and they were just like, "Hey, Mike, we saw you sign up." Da da da.
Oh.
That, and I'm like, okay, but just stay off to the side a little bit. So I'm not gonna hop on the first school that I see.
Yeah.
And so then I did mine online. Did like the online auditions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was too broke.
Yep.
Way too broke. I wasn't traveling to Chicago or Philly.
Yep.
Did the online auditions. That went well. Ended up getting like 14 different schools that were interested in me.
Yeah.
So some were down, some were in overseas in like England and whatnot.
Dude, those are the weirdest because it's like, although actually, if you come from money, it makes sense. Like that'd be a cool experience. But it's like, not me.
Yeah.
So
Definitely
cool.
not me.
It was nice to talk to you, but I'll probably not be going.
Definitely not me. It would have been pretty neat though. But then also like I decided I wanted to get out of Worcester.
Yeah.
I decided that wherever I go for grad school, wherever that city is, I'm just gonna do my best to just make life there until the next chapter, whatever happens. And so I got interest from LSU, Mississippi, and Tennessee, and Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
I forget some school in there. I forget what it was. But those are like the top 3 because those 3 ones had like, I think it's apprenticeships or something where you can like work for the school and they pretty much pay you. And like LSU was like the top one. They really wanted me. I really wanted them. And like I made it to their final 12 and then didn't get to the final 6. They were only selecting 6 and I made it to the final 12. So
That's pretty impressive though.
I was pretty proud to get that far,
cool.
but I was kind of bummed. I was like, man, that'd have been cool, but oh well.
Yeah.
Mississippi, they were horrible at selling the school. Like when I was talking to them, I wanted to. For me, I was like, "Cool. What can you guys provide me for when I'm done? Like, what's gonna happen? After graduation? Like, can I get agents? Can you set me up in the world to find work?" And pretty much they were like, "Yeah, we're Mississippi, man. We like to party and drink. We go to New Orleans." And I'm just like,
That was the faculty? No.
That'd be wild. Probably it could be, but like it just sounded like they were all about just partying and things like that. I didn't really get anything about like the work, the theater, or whatever. They just kept talking about like having a good time. And if I wanted to get
football team, no,
yeah, dude, I think they. I don't know. Yeah. And also like, I felt like if I went to Mississippi, it would have been no different than me just going to Worcester State, just staying there, I suppose. And like for obvious reasons, Mississippi is not a state that I want to visit. So nothing against Mississippi, the people of Mississippi, but history says I'm staying far away.
Okay. So then as you're narrowing down schools, does it really come to like, hey, I can go here or I can go here? Like those are my options. Or does everything just kind of align to SCAD? Actually,
it kind of like aligned with SCAD, but like SCAD came back. So after they first contacted me in the beginning, I kind of just like, all right, cool, I'll just keep them in the back pocket, whatever. And I was focused on getting to LSU. Yeah. And then that whole process was wild, dude, because it was just email, Zoom call, meetings, all this stuff.
Did you have to audition multiple times for LSU then, post that? Or was it just conversations? Like, did you have to send in more self-tapes or no?
Wasn't so well, actually. Oh, I did do another piece.
Okay.
I think it was the first was the original audition. They contact you to talk, and then they want you to do like another piece, maybe like 2 times.
Okay, and that's what I was curious. Yeah, like, just to see if they saw another thing.
Yeah. And that was also like tough for me because I was like, man, now I gotta get other monologues down and things like that. So fine, but like cool. Yeah. But then it didn't work out with them, and then a lot of schools and things got mixed up. Some people missed their Zoom meeting. I missed some Zoom meetings, and then all the schools kind of just like it was kind of like gone. So then
I see.
I was doing the show Fences last year, and I get another email from Scott Smith from SCAD, and it was like, hey Mike, SCAD, we're still interested in you, can we meet or whatever? And I'm like, all right, well they came back at the tail end, so this is like my best chance, so I'm gonna do what I can. And then talking with him sounded great. Everything he said was like, cool, this is exactly what I want. Sounds like it's gonna be a great place. They got people that are successful out in the world of performing and whatnot. They sound like they care about the students and they want to take care of us all. Sounds like a good spot. Georgia's nice. Never been to Georgia, but I'm sure it's great. And so
it's not Mississippi.
It's not Mississippi. It's not Worcester. But like, I love Worcester. I love my home. But I met up with. I did a Zoom meeting after a rehearsal one day for Fences with Scott Smith, and it was me and some other girl. I forget her name.
Was it someone that was like in our cohort now or no?
No, because I feel like I would have recognized her. Okay, she was pretty. she was very pretty. But anyway, and she was also from Massachusetts too. I was at the time I was rehearsing the show out in West Springfield, Massachusetts, and she happened to be in like Cambridge or something like that. And it's just some random girl I never know. I was like, oh, dope, cool. Maybe I'll see you down there. Yeah. But I forget her name.
And you scared her away? No, I'm just kidding.
Probably. Like, oh, they're gonna choose this dude. Maybe. But yeah, I talked to Scott, and then I sent him. Then I think I sent him another self tape or something.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, because I think they had us. Like I was talking to second years, and they were saying how like when they auditioned, that's all they had to do because they recorded it. Yeah. So then they just like were like, did we like them? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Here is here it is. But for us, we had to then apply again because they're like, well, we don't know who is who. Like we want to remember who is who, so that then as we're deciding and narrowing it down, But I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like there's for how many people that audition at like Erdos or like online or even like solo submit to a school. It's kind of like, how do these cohorts stay so small? Or how or like how many universities really offer a graduate master's program?
Dude, I have thought about that a couple times because like our cohort is what, like 20 people, maybe, and I'm just thinking out of all the people that auditioned, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got selected.
And but then also,
like,
but then also, part of me is like, why didn't you choose SCAD? You're like, why did you choose to not go to SCAD and then just like not? I don't know.
That's a good point.
That's part of me. I mean, I bet it's definitely like part of it's got to be financial reasons too. Like maybe they're hoping they get more money.
Yeah.
And they just
Probably
can't.
It's funny you say that because this is completely like different subject, but years ago, back home, we had an indoor arena football team. Called the Massachusetts Pirates.
Yep.
And before I got into acting, like playing football was my thing. Like I just wanted to play football. Like, I wanted to be like the next Randy Moss when I was a kid and things like that. And this on January 26, 2020, I think, because I think it was the day that Kobe died. The day that Kobe died, I had a tryout with the Pirates. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna try out for the Pirates, get back to my football career. I remember that year. I was like, I'm gonna set acting for a side and just do like 1 or 2 more years of football. I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to do it. And I had a close friend, and she was really cool. And I think she told me that sometimes they have these tryouts, knowing they're not going to select anybody. They just do it because each person pays like $100. So they get like 130 people or 200 people to pay $100 for the tryout. That's just $2,000, in there to the team right there. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, it made me think of that, and I didn't get selected.
I was like, did we get selected?
No, I did not get selected. But it's crazy. What's crazy is that's also the year that COVID happened.
Oh.
So 2020, we all know COVID. But I got contacted by the Toronto Argonauts, the Canadian team.
Okay.
And I was like,
but COVID, so borders closed vibe.
Yep. So I was like, cool. I'm going to try out for the Canadian team in the same area. And so they were come down. It was like some place in Rhode Island. And I remember one day just watching like TV, and it's like NHL is shutting down, NBA shutting down, all these things shutting down. I'm like, let me text or call this dude. Like, we still doing this? And I called him. He was like, nope, we're doing it. We're closing out all tryouts and everything because of COVID. I'm like,
dude,
damn.
That would have been your football career.
It could have been. I'll never forget that day, just like leading up to that point, like everything in my being, hit the mic, everything in my being, in my soul was like, they're taking 10. I can be one of those 10s. I'm going to be one of those 10. Like, just something just feels so definitive for you or whatever.
Did they say that they would take 10?
That's what we did. I talked to the guy. He's like, we're planning on taking 10 people, 10 of the best guys at the tryout, and go from there.
Huh.
And I was like, this could be pretty damn great. This could be awesome. But COVID's like, oh, we got all the players today.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about football, I feel like it's no better time than to talk about what the current event that's happening literally later today. So we're recording this on Super Bowl Sunday.
Go Pats.
We got Patriots versus Seattle Seahawks. I was telling you earlier that they were like the two teams I didn't want to see in the Super Bowl, just because like they're the like more recent teams that had won that from everyone that was left.
Wait, so you are a Packers fan, right?
Yeah. I think I might be wearing a. Yo,
you wearing a Packers fan?
Hold up,
Packers shirt. You just got one on.
Green and yellow, I bleed.
This is like there's history with the Pats and Packers from Super Bowl 31.
All right,
Packers beat the Patriots.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was the first football game I watched completely through. I was like, that was 96. What was I like? I think I was 7.
Okay.
7 years old. No idea what it was, but I thought it was really cool. And then ended up getting to football a few years later.
Yeah, because then was that Favre?
Mm-hmm.
And then we went the next year and lost to the Broncos. Yeah, tough.
But like, so you could have some disdain. Do you have some disdain towards the Seahawks for the one NFC Championship game?
No, it felt like 7. Dude, we kept losing to them every freaking year in the playoffs.
Oh, wait, yeah.
That's like the vibe. And then we had like the guy who was trying to be the hero messed up the onside kick. And then that was the year that they went and won because the Broncos like completely fell apart during the. Yeah. And it's like.
And then there was the. I think they call it the Fail Mary, or. It's the year they had the replacement refs.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
No.
It was Packers and Seahawks.
I'm sure we lost. No.
I think,
dude, and then so we went from losing to the Seattle Seahawks like 24-7 to then losing to the 49ers 24-7. So it's like, bro, we're never getting out. That stupid division just owns us in the playoffs. But yeah, okay, so
yeah, it's also people don't like this fact. Some people don't like this fact.
Okay.
I'm also not only am I a diehard Patriots fan, but also I really love the Arizona Cardinals as like my second favorite team.
And people hate that.
Well, because people are like, you can't have two teams.
Well, I think you can have two teams.
Who made this rule that you can't?
Okay. I think you can have one team that's like, this is my team.
Yeah.
And then you can have a team that's like, I also enjoy watching this team, but like if the two teams are put up against, I'm rooting for this one.
Exactly. That's how it's always. For me, that's how it's always been. Every time the Cardinals and Patriots play, I'm like, cool, awesome.
If you had like, I could see the issue of like, oh, I like these teams evenly. Like if they played each other, I don't know who I'd want to win. I'm like, Brendan, you're not even a fan because like you don't even care who wins. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm always when the Cardinals are playing the Patriots, I'm always going Patriots.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
and I think one of my all-time favorite games was definitely the 2015 divisional game, Arizona and Green Bay. I know,
same division, isn't it?
It is the NFC West, yes. Like you were just saying.
Dude, honestly, okay, I can't complain. My life's been pretty good when it comes to like my state sports. So like,
yeah, Wisconsin.
Packers won the Super Bowl, which like, that's not like you know, that's just cool. And then the Bucks when like the Bucks, who is a small market team, like it doesn't usually make it that far, struggles, right? The last time was like when we had Kareem, his like second year, rookie year, and then he left to go to Lakers. And it's like, that's what happens. And it's like, then we had Giannis, and it was like, I remember like, I was like,
have a hockey team, right? No,
Wisconsin? We have the Gamblers, which I think is like a division
like the
below.
AHL or something
Yeah,
like
whatever
that
that is. I don't know. Maybe they are, but then the Brewers, I don't know. They made it close a couple times, like right before the World Series, but they've lost.
I'm not even going to talk about Boston sports. I mean, I think it's pretty well documented. So,
yeah, but I'm like, I can't complain because there are people that have literally just watched their teams lose their whole life.
I got a buddy who's a Jets fan.
Yeah, like that would suck. Like why? It just reminds me of all those videos.
Love him to death. Love him that he's such a great dude. But he's definitely he's diehard Jets fan, and he's smart about the game of football and whatnot. But sometimes, like I think last year, I was like, dude, I hate the Jets so much, but even I know this is getting kind of. I'm starting to feel bad.
Now
it
feels like we're just beating up someone who can't defend themselves anymore.
Shout out to Nate.
Shout out Nate. David, what are your thoughts? Do you agree that we can have two favorite teams, or you can have one team that you really like and one that you just like kind of support?
It's a good question. I don't pay too much attention to the NFL.
Do you have a sport that you do pay attention to, or no? You just don't. You're like, sports.
Baseball.
Sports.
I like baseball. People think it's boring, but I think it's relaxing.
Yeah, I'm not a baseball guy. I mean, going to a baseball game is fun. Like
you're trying to go on those $2 hot dog nights. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Back home, we got there was the farm team for the Red Sox. We used to be the Pawtucket Paw Sox from Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
What the? That's a tough one. Who hurt them? No.
But then they moved to Worcester, where I'm from, and they built a whole brand new ass stadium for them. It was, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. And so now they're called the Worcester Red Sox, nicknamed the Woo Sox, because everyone in Worcester called it the Woo. Mm-hmm. But I've gone to 2 of their games, maybe 3.
What's their chant? Woo woo. Sorry, I got
woo woo.
I need to leave.
No, what I felt was the biggest missed opportunity.
All right.
Was that opening game? They should have got Ric Flair to throw out the first pitch and just go woo.
What a missed opportunity!
That's a missed opportunity completely.
How do you think they would have capitalized on that?
I don't know. I have no idea. They probably wouldn't have.
It would have been legendary. That's
all I
know.
Wouldn't have. Like, who knows how the team's doing? But going to baseball games, going to Red Sox games, they're pretty fun. Watching baseball on TV is not necessarily my cup of tea. But if people are like, yo, do you want to go to a game? Like, cool, hang out, have a hot dog.
So
watch people.
Did you grow up in the state of Massachusetts, like your whole life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you grew up in the same small town?
Around. I was born in Boston. Lived there for about the first 2 years,
Okay.
or maybe 3 years of my life. Moved to Worcester, which is about, I don't know, say 45, 50 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on traffic.
Yep.
God, traffic, holy crap. The Mass bike, awful. But it's Worcester is Central Mass, and I grew up predominantly in Worcester, but there's surrounding towns in Worcester County. There's Holden, Auburn, Shrewsbury, Southbridge, where I went to high school. I did go to high school in Worcester, so I split between Worcester North High and graduated Southbridge High in 2007. All the surrounding. We moved a lot. Like I was not in one place no longer than 3 to 4, maybe 5 years. We were just.
That's like we had moving. The 3-year curse. We were moving every 3 years. Yeah.
And dude, it sucks sometimes because around the time we would move, there'd be times where I'm finally like finding my place, my footing.
Yeah.
I'm finally like making some friends a little bit. There's a cute girl that I like or something like that, and then it's like, oh, I'm moving away, and like, oh well. Damn it. And so,
dude, I still remember when we lived in Green Bay. I would have been in 5th grade, like when we moved. And it was like, this story. It's kind of funny. So it was like, like you'd always mess with people, and you'd be like, who do you like? Who do you like? Who do you like? Right? Like, and for some reason, I told the guys, like the group of guys who I liked, which is like a rookie mistake. Like, and I never would have said anything. I don't know why that day I happened to say it. Or maybe we did like a betting game and I lost or something. I had to. Anyway, so we go through, we ate, and then we went out and played for recess, and we line up, and then we get in line to like go inside, and one of the buddies like yells out like, yo, Jordan likes Claire. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I like go red faced. I'm like, it's over. I'm never coming back here.
That's how it always is.
And so then we get inside, and I'm just like, bro, just kind of feeling like, damn, that's tough. Like I just got cooked. And it wasn't even like one of my close. It was like a guy that was like a friends of the group, but he wasn't one of my friends. I'm like, you backstabbing son of a gun. But so then we like line up against the lockers or whatever, and I either somehow ended up next to her or like one person between.
Just like,
and she, I'm just like, bro, cool. And but then somehow I don't know if she's like, I kind of like you too. And I was like, yo, felt like greatest play of all time. I'm like, everything I say, I take it back. I'm like, Warren. So then I proceeded to spend the rest of that like winter-ish. Yeah. Like, like we both kind of like each other, but you're in 5th grade. So it's like, you're not going to do anything. Yeah. Like,
and then parents take you out for ice cream for your dates.
And then my parents hit me with the news of like, so we're going to be moving. And I'm like,
oh no.
Bro. Oh, no. So then I made also the rookie mistake of then telling like everyone in the class like multiple months before we like the end of the school year, and was like, so I'm moving. And then she was heartbroken, and she didn't really talk to me the rest of that year. I was like, I respect it. I understand it. I'm like, so that was my first true love. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think that was like the first person though that I would have like, if you would, it's not a relationship, but like first person where you're like, oh, I like this person, they like me, and I know that. Yeah. Like that, and it ended in heartbreak. So
heartbreak, It's what, dude. It's crazy how just like the things we think about or how our minds work when we're that young. So many times, definitely middle school. There was a girl I remember liking. I liked a lot, and my buddy, oh, this girl likes you. You're like, no, stop it. Idiot. No, I don't. But like, and then you think back, it's like, wait a minute, like, well, he's kind of helping you out, but if it works out, it works out. But I never had a situation where it kind of like even worked out like that. Never once. Where it's like, I don't like you, and she's like, oh, I actually like you too. You're like, oh wait, what? Excuse me?
I got lucky. That was a crazy pull.
Never happened.
And then we'd be in choir together, standing next to each other, and I was like, yo, this is the greatest life ever.
That never happened for me, dude. Like, there was, but
I will say, got any good stories? Any stories that you can look back and be like, yeah, that was a tough one? For a swing and a miss, or
I could go. There was this girl I used to
multiple
put
stories. We're willing to hear them. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a solid one. Dude, I'd been rejected so many times.
Hey,
but like also
makes you stronger.
Of course, dude. Like rejection's not a thing for me. I went on a date with a friend one time a number of years ago.
Guy or girl? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna lie. There was so many times I wanted to make that joke earlier, and I was like, "Nah, be mature, be mature." And then you just set me up perfectly, so I had to. You said friend. I don't know.
Touche. Girl.
Okay.
The mic is on. I have a lifetime contract with the New England Patriots. So
I was like, what? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
The mic ain't switching teams ever. But anyway, yes, the mic. I call myself the mic. I go by the third person, put some steak on it. Yeah. But anyway, there's one particular girl. We went to college together. She's not. I'm still friends with her to this day. Okay. She's really sweet. She's really cool. And I did at one point. Yeah, I asked her out, and she said, "Cool, we get some dinner." And from the time I asked her out until our actual date was like 3 weeks apart.
Okay, can I ask why or
just like happened that way? Yeah. I don't know, but I remember in the middle of it. I remember just asking. I'm like to be an upfront person. I don't like leaving people in the dark or whatever because it's happened to me countless times, and I hate it. So I was like, hey, just so you know, like I do consider this a date. Yes, I do like you. Yes, I'm interested. All this stuff. I just want you to know exactly like how I feel, or my intentions or where my mind's at. Is that okay with you? And she's like, yeah, cool. I'm like, great, cool, nothing to worry about. Get to the date, and she was just cold like the whole time. Didn't really conversate or talk much. Okay. It was just like really dead. We went to this restaurant called Kenichi in Worcester. Okay. Sushi spot. Really, really good. Super good. And first she was, no, that's a different date. I was going to say she was late, but no, I remember I picked her up. But like, side note, I'm not going to lie.
Cut to me, side chick. No, okay, continue.
Side note, I'm not going to lie. There was like 1 week I took like maybe 3 or 4 girls to the same restaurant.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Dude, I bet those like workers were like laughing so hard. I bet they're probably like, "Yo, makes this week bearable."
Yo, man, dude, I was just, I like to have. I'm
not against going multiple dates with different people.
Exactly,
I'm not the same spots. It's crazy.
If it ain't broke, like, why fix it? Like, and also in Worcester, there ain't that many options, especially when you're on like a budget. Like, like in Worcester, there's like
Taco Bell.
Well, we got a little better. We got better than that. I hate Taco Bell. There's like the restaurants that's gonna run you quite a bit. Yeah. There's a bunch of those, and then there's just like those and just like meh or whatever. Yeah. There's really no in between. Yeah. So but I think this one way I took like 3 or 4 girls to Kenichi in 1 week. But anyway, after that date with this particular girl, drive her home. I was like, hey, cold. So you want to go? We can do like a second date, and I basically had to reject myself for her because she couldn't like come out and say like I just want to be friends or whatever. And I'm like, you could say no to a second date. My feelings won't be hurt. Like I'm good. Just tell me like
I'll just like never talk to you. Like it's fine. No.
I'm not that mean, but like not that spirited. But
I'd like to take a moment quick to thank the Andrew Bot Photo Video for sponsoring this episode of the Jordan Whitrock Show. The Andrew Bot Photo Video Media Production Company strives to create the highest quality media for your business and or event. There will be a link in the description if you are interested or in need of media of the highest quality. Also, I'm not going to lie. If I ever get the opportunity to marry someone, I'm definitely using this company to get my wedding video and photos, but just keep that between you and I. All right, let's get back to the show. Well, humans are creatures that like want to be with other humans. Yeah. Like we just don't do good in isolation. You know?
I think I do fine in isolation, but like every other person,
to a point though.
Yeah, to a point. Yeah. But like every other human, there just times you just sit there, you're just like, damn. You're looking around and you're just like by yourself.
Like, damn, why'd I pick this restaurant with all the couples? Like.
There's a funny story.
Let's go.
Years ago, me and my best friend Colin. Okay. We were like,
shout out Colin.
Love you, dude. His birthday's next week.
I was saying, let's hold off until we figure out what the story is. No.
But anywho, me and Colin, we grew up as like nerds. We love playing video games and everything. Okay. So we're like 18, 19 years old at this time, and we're hanging out. We're just playing like WWE or Madden or whatever the hell we're playing. Yeah. I'm like, dude, we're like mad hungry. Let's get some food. So we're like, all right, cool. We go get some food. We go to this restaurant called Via in Worcester. A great Italian spot. Okay. Great food. This is one of those restaurants that will run you a bit. Like that, you know, we just like, we felt bougie, I guess.
When you run a bit, do you mean like above $20 for a entree kind of thing?
Yeah, maybe like 30. Like, yeah, like if you wanted to go out for like a night out for a dinner, like it's gonna cost you maybe like 90, 150, maybe $150.
Like if you went on a date kind of thing.
Yeah. Like appetizers, drinks. Yeah, it can easily run you.
Are you an appetizer kind of guy though?
I am. Yeah.
David, are you an appetizer kind of guy?
Yeah, I like appetizers.
See, I like appetizers, but I'm not gonna pay for it. Like to me, I don't like straight up. I don't value like appetizers that much. Where it's like if I'm like with my parents or something, and they're like gonna take me out to eat or something like that. It's like if they offer an appetizer, it's like yeah, sure, like let's get some onion rings or something. But otherwise, it's like no, because like it's just I don't know.
I think I will say it depends on like how hungry I am, I suppose.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just like having like, you know, some chips and dip or whatever they have on there, or I don't know,
dude. I'm kind of I used to back in college I'd go to like McDonald's and Burger King because you could get a sandwich for $1, and it's like that was a good deal. And
back in the day they had the dollar menu and everyone thinks was cheap
when it was a dollar menu. Now it's just like a small drink.
Dude, me and my buddy used to be stupid poor, and to the point where like if we were lucky enough to have like $5 that day, we go to McDonald's, get like a dollar menu burger, and that'd be it. If we were lucky, we'd get 2.
Yeah.
If we were lucky, we get like 3, then we can split. Sometimes we had 1. Me and him would just split it in half, and that'd be it. That we'd have like the whole day.
Nope.
I used to make pasta salsa as like a poor man's meal because we had like nothing in our cupboards, cabinets, whatever, and all we had was like a bunch of pasta and like condiments. So I would boil the pasta. We had butter, so I put butter in it, whatever seasons we had, and then I put salsa on top at the end. So it was like salsa pasta, and I had that for lunch, breakfast, dinner for quite a while.
Yeah,
whatever. But anyway, back to the story. Me and Colin, we were hungry. We go to this restaurant called Via. And me and him, we're dressed in like band shirts and whatever t-shirts. We're just dressed like just a couple of bums, a couple scruffy ass bums. That's all. And so we're sitting down, and our friend at the time, this girl named Sarah Pinchton, she was like, "Oh, you guys are together. You guys are hanging out." We're like, "What are you talking about?" Like, whatever. And then she was our waitress, and she goes off, and me and him are sitting there, and we're looking around, and we're just like, "Dude, like." Everyone here is like dressed to the nines, and they're all coupled up. It's like husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, like everyone around us. It was literally like a circle of like all these couples dressed up super fancy suits and everything. And these 2 losers just sitting there in like t-shirts. And we're looking around, and then it just clicks in my head. I was like, oh, dude. He's like, what? I'm like, dude, it's Valentine's Day. That's why Sarah said what she said. She was giving us crap. And
what if she believed it?
She probably did.
She's like, huh, very brave.
So there was some embarrassment for us. We're just like, oh crap, we look like.
Oh shit. Honestly, well, that hasn't happened to me where I like go out somewhere on Valentine's Day, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of funny. Like, you know, like
dude, he just thought made me think of another story. I have so many.
Like, no, this is good. This is good. This is what makes it fun.
In high school, this is one of the reasons why I was not a fan of Valentine's Day. There was a girl that I liked.
Okay.
And I remember at lunchtime you can buy like $1 carnation, like a flower or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if your school did that.
Yep.
Those were so cool.
That was cool, and like
it was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yep.
And so in like me in high school, I didn't know girls like me or whatever, but you know I liked the girls.
That was like the saddest thing ever said.
But it's gonna get real sad, and so we come.
all right.
It's gonna get real sad. So we come back from lunch period, and on my desk is this carnation.
Okay.
Would have like a little letter like so you could admire and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, Mike's got someone who likes him and yada yada yada. And the girl that I like was in my class. And then I'm like, cool. And like I'm trying to play it cool or whatever, because you can't be like you can't, there's certain emotions or whatever you can't show in like when you're in like high school or
you can't just go up, yo, Sasha, you gave me this.
Exactly. Anyway, the girl that I had the crush on, she's like coming towards me, and in front of the whole class, she goes, "Oh, that was supposed to be the kid sitting behind you," and everyone just goes, "Oh!" And I'm just like, "Oh, damn."
Dude, that's tough.
Oh man, that was a hard pill, dude.
Sucks.
That was a hard pill.
And then you had to give it back too.
No, she just took it and just put on the kid behind me.
That's what I'm saying.
And then he walked in like afterwards, and and everyone was just like laughing, and
that's tough.
Yeah. So yeah.
Did you still like her after that moment, or was that a quick shift?
In a weird way, I still liked her at that moment.
Fair enough.
She was pretty. She was very pretty, but at the same time, that sucked.
That hurts a soul.
Yeah, dude.
Ages it really fast.
Oh god.
Had to grow up quick.
I had another thought too, and I just lost it.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't have a lot of good stories per se. Like, I think I was very like not conservative, but like conservative in who I dated, which is like limited the amount of people that you dated, because you're just like, like I'm looking for this, and I don't want to like is that standards high, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
And also I'm someone who's like, I gotta know before I go out on a limb.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta know that you're at least interested in me before I would ask you out on a date, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So like I don't think I ever put myself in a situation where I take that risk. Which I'm trying to kind of work on that now, where I'm like, that's like part of life though, is like doing something, getting rejected, or doing something and failing. And then it's like, because then that you come here and you're like, yo, this story kind of wild. Like, but yeah, because like there's like some stuff that's happened, but it's like too soon. Like I can't share it now, for other people's sake, But I'm like, but it's like, like, if I would have had those stories
after we done.
Yeah. We'll tell you off screen. But
did you have a girl that you liked for like one of the prom dates, or like one of the homecoming dances or anything like that? Like,
yeah, okay. Actually, I do. It was kind of messy.
Did you ever like use a sign? Did you ever like
come
up with something creative?
Yes, I did. I did that for like girlfriends and stuff like that. But there was a girl that I liked, and then it kind of like ended. But then her friend also liked me, and so then it was like I like talked to that friend for like a year, like, and it wasn't like maybe it probably was like flirtatious, but it was never like with the intention of that, right? And then they stopped being friends. Like something happened. I don't know.
Wow.
Anyway, so then it comes to like I think it's my junior year's homecoming, and. Yes, junior homecoming. In my household at that point, like the rule was you couldn't go to homecoming or prom until you were a junior. Like that's what it was. Which then it changed when my younger siblings, But like for me and my older sisters, it was like that was the rule. And so like I think I might have gone. So then that year I was like, okay, junior year I was like, let's go with the boys, So we went to homecoming with the boys. But there was a girl that I liked, or that was the girl that I was talking to, and I was like, I don't. Even if I asked her out, like. I don't know if that's where we were at, because again, I want to know for sure.
Yeah.
And so then she ended up going with someone else, and then there was like the slow dance, and I was
just
like,
watch the girl.
And actually,
and
it's like one of those where it's like I knew she didn't like the guy, but I think it was like the friend groups, and then that's how she got paired up with, right? And I was like, damn, like I could have like asked her to dance, but like she wasn't my date kind of thing. So then I remember like that next day or whatever, I was like, yo, I'm like I really like you, like. Can we should go on a date or something like that. Like I think that's when I was like, let's make that call, But then obviously it didn't work out. But then I've done, I think, so then that would have been homecoming, and then we would have broke up before prom. So then prom, when I asked out, I think I had a sign or something like that. I asked someone who was in a show with me, and then I ended up dating her, and then asked her up to homecoming that next, and I think she was in tennis. So I did like a tennis racket with balls, like, will you go to prom or something like that? Or like prom question mark with like colored in the.
There's like an old video of a dude doing like a old like medieval I don't know what it's called, but he comes on like a horse, and his friends are like clapping like things that sounds like a horse.
Oh, it's like what's the movie?
I don't know.
What does that remind you?
It's not from like a movie, but
like Secretariat.
It just it just reminds me
Mighty
of the time.
Python, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a good. Yeah. Monty Python. He goes to this girl's house, and they have like a trumpet and like this other dude, and like his friends like carrying him. They're like, I think they're under like a horse thing.
Okay.
His friends are carrying him, and he has his buddies, and he holds like this long scroll. Hear ye. Anthony asked Sir Amanda to go to the
Sir
prom.
Amanda.
Madam.
Holy shit.
Madam Amanda to go to the prom, something like that. But yeah, I've never done anything like that. I went to the prom twice, and I think I lucked out.
Okay.
My junior year, there was a girl I was dating.
Yep.
We dated for 8 days.
It was within the week of.
Before the prom, it was like the prom was in like May. We dated in like February for like 8 days,
okay.
and my buddy Zach was like, "Yeah, this girl likes you," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And the girl was pretty, so I was like, "Really? Out of all people, like me?" I'm like, "All right." And then you're in like high school, you don't know how to do anything, you don't know how to be smooth or whatever. So like, anyway, we dated for 8 days, and then she broke up with me.
Damn.
Yeah, but then we had talked about going to the prom together. It was her senior year, my junior year.
Okay.
We talked about going to the prom. I said I'd go, and then she broke up. I said I didn't want to go, and then my mom like forced me to go. She goes, "You should do it. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time. I didn't get to go to my prom. You should totally go."
Yep.
And like also at that time, even before then, even like middle school, I was not into like going to school dances or school gatherings.
It's interesting because like, were phones a big thing for you in your schools at that time or no?
Phones?
Yeah, like
not really. I mean,
I know like
I think it really wasn't until like my junior year in high school where phones really started to come into play.
Because I know like my parents talk about how like after my dad's football game, like every other weekend they would have like a school dance, and that's just what they did, and all the kids would come to the school and they just have a dance, and it would be like themed, and that's like their way of like having fun, and it's fun. It's sad because I feel like that would be so much fun. This generation, the introduction of phones doesn't allow that because you now have to continue to look over your shoulder to make sure someone's not trying to catch you just having fun or doing something. You know, it's like that just takes the fun.
This generation
out of it,
is deprived of like the core interpersonal
or just like living in a moment
or just living in moments. Exactly.
So I think like I don't think that's why school dances are that fun anymore because they're like you have that. Also, it's just like the interest of like I don't really want to hang out with these people. I'd rather just hang out with like my two friends and like drink or play video games instead.
Totally
and I think that's
agree,
like you get something similar to that more now, which is sad. Hopefully it comes back, but
hopefully I doubt it, but like hopefully it does, or hopefully people just realize, you know what, we need to work on our own. Like we need human connection better than just being tuned in and wired in and whatnot. I'm a victim of it too, or culprit of it too. I mean, every concert I go to, I take the whole world with me because like I'm always recording and video. I mean, I like it because I like to my YouTube channel just all my concert videos.
Yeah,
and so I do like being taking memories and taking photos and having them for memories. And I love the shows. I love showing my favorite bands and things like that, and just the whole 9 yards like every other person. But definitely sometimes I like to just really seep in and be in the moment and whatnot.
No, I definitely need to get better at that. I don't think if my phone's really been an issue. Like I'm not someone that feels like I need to record all the time.
Right.
And like when I vlog, sometimes I'm like, damn, like this is just like taking away because now I'm making it more important that someone else is experiencing what I'm experiencing now instead of the people that I'm actually with.
Right.
And so I think that's like I started to stop vlogging as much because I'm like, just like, I don't know. And that's like the trip itself.
Once.
It seems like it would be one that's like worthy of vlogging or like everyone is like down to do it. Then it's like, yeah, that's fun because everyone's in on it. But if it's like, I feel like I'm imposing on the trip, it's like, like I don't think I need it then.
Right.
But I'm just like, I love being able to look back at memories. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly same. So like, dude, some of my older phones still have some old photos or even some old voice recordings that we made.
Okay.
And it's just like, yo, what a time that we had. And like 2011 was like not my year, but it was just like the core year, or the peak of like my group of friends. I feel like just being like a solid unit or whatever. We had one buddy who he was going through some stuff. He kind of just fell into like our circle.
Okay.
And he just meshed well with me. I mean, he meshed well with everyone else for a little while, but he's married now. He has 2 kids. Good for him. Love him to death. He's also a huge Pats fan.
Yep.
And then also I was going through some small stuff at the time, and we kind of just like met at the perfect time. And then I just turned 22.
Yep.
And after having the year of like, cool, I can go to bars now and all that other stuff. And after having a year of that under your belt, I'm 22. It's like, cool. Now I know how the game works.
Yeah.
And we were just like enjoying like our lives. Like we all had a great time. Every single weekend for that entire year was us doing some kind of wildness, shenanigans, whether it be getting pulled over. We got pulled over one time on Route 9, and it's a road in Massachusetts, and I was driving because all my friends were hammered.
Okay.
I was not as hammered. I was always the designated driver, only because like I was always
you were the only one that could trust that you were not.
I was drinking like less than everybody else. Even times where I was pretty damn hammered, I still wasn't as hammered as everyone else.
Yeah,
so even me by default, I was still the DD.
Wild.
And we got pulled over, and this cop comes to the door and he goes, "Is there any alcohol in this vehicle or anything I should know about?" And first of all, the whole vehicle reeked of booze because my buddy spilled a bottle of Captain Morgan, and he just goes, "We got this." He holds his bag up, and it's just dripping with Captain Morgan. And the cop looks at it, and he just goes, "Okay." And he walks away, gives me like a ticket, and then drives off or whatever. So yeah, all of us doing dumb shenanigans like that, or getting pulled over from cops from driving a motorized or electric scooter. You know those electric scooters they have at like
big cities kind of thing?
Yeah, no, like the handicap electric scooters. Have like a basket
like
in.
At Walmart?
Yeah, exactly, at Walmart, because it was Walmart where this happened. Where we took one at like 3 a.m, and I was driving it. I have one buddy in the basket, one buddy hanging on the side, another buddy hitting on the back, and we're just riding it around this parking lot at like 3 a.m. All of us are hammered, and this is before this whole area was like built. It's a whole plaza now, so it was just space. Crap, it was just space, and so we drove it on Route 146, and there's like 18-wheelers flying by us and whatever, like a whole functioning highway.
Okay.
3 a.m, maybe like 5 feet away, and we're just on this scooter rolling down the road, and then we ditch it. We hop over the fence, and I see a car coming on this little bike path, and I'm like, why is there a car on this bike path? That's so weird. Uh-oh, that's a cop. Oh crap. Cop shows up, starts bitching us out like hard. Like because it also started raining like really hard for like 5 minutes. It poured for like 5 minutes.
Like while he was talking to you, or
while he was talking to us, he came, just poured, and this cop was angry, and I'm just like, why are you so mad, bro? We're just like a couple idiots, and he's
like, nah, I gotta ride that thing back to the store.
No, what they did was they got a flatbed truck. Oh. A flatbed truck, the ones for like car accidents and things like that. They got a flatbed truck, and they loaded it up on the truck. This small little scooter. And then they drove it back to the Walmart, and now the sun's like rising up. People are coming in, like the 4 of us are just standing there looking like idiots, and the truck shows up, and it's just so funny because it's for like full-on cars, but it has this small little motorized electric scooter on it, and just watching it, just the whole process of the dude pressing the button and the thing's like, and this little scooter coming down for them to bring it back. It's like, They couldn't just throw that in like.
Did you get nailed for anything for that or no?
No, they just banned us from like Walmart. I went back like 2 days later.
Fair enough. Yeah. That reminds me of like, isn't there like there's like a movie where like I don't know, something happens and that everyone just like starts stealing stuff from the store or whatever, and then like this guy like grabs something, and then there's like this old lady in a scooter, and she's like, "You can't steal that," and he's like, as everyone's like running out behind him with all the stuff that everyone's stealing, she's like, "You can't steal that," and he's like, "Okay, lady," like, and she like hits him with the scooter, and he's like, "Okay, what the?" And he like walks around or whatever, and then he looks back, and she's just like me, like following him. And he's like,
I don't know this movie.
He's like, what the fuck? And he like gets into a car and then like drives away or whatever, and then they're like, it's like next shot is like they're on the interstate and they're like at stop traffic or whatever, and you could tell like they've been there a while. And he's like this, and he like looks in his rear mirror, and you just see her going through like the middle of the lanes, like between the cars, going like, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And he like, and then he eventually ditches it, but then it's, I guess, something to deal with, like it's the morals of taking it, and she's like gonna kill him or something like that, and he's like, "What the?" Anyway,
wow. I haven't seen that movie. I don't know.
I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a short film or something, or it's a TV episode or something. But I was like, it always cracks me up when I see that. And also, I'm like, that like always brings me back to like that question of like, if like, would you rather like, okay, I can give you $10 million right now, but there's gonna be a snail somewhere in this world traveling to get to you, and if it touches you, you die. Would you take the $10 million? And you can't kill a snail, you can't trap it. It just slowly gets closer and closer to you. Would you take the $10 million?
Yeah. If I see a snail, I'll just run away. Or so I don't know. But like, I mean, it's like, hey, if I block up all my doors when I sleep, don't know where the snail is.
No, it gets in. It gets in.
It gets in.
It gets in. Yeah, you can't stop it from getting to you. Besides
I can't
just
stop
like
it.
Going away from it.
So I can't like put something in front of it or whatever. Just walk away. This is kind of like that movie.
Like I know what you're saying. Like you can't like lock a door. Like maybe you could like, obviously it's gonna have to like move around stuff. But like the idea is that it can get to you. You can't like just lock yourself in a cage and be like fine. But then again, would you want to be locked inside of a cage if you had $10 million? Like that's the whole point, right?
I don't know. I might think about that one. But like, but you know, crap.
David, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm still on the movie that you were trying to describe.
Oh, are you trying to look it up?
Yeah, I was. The first time I said The Visit, that horror movie that came out in 2015. I don't think it's that. That's definitely not what you're talking about. And then the second one said Ma with Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer?
I don't think that's it either.
I don't know. I can look
I've
it up.
met Octavia Spencer.
I have no idea what it's called or
good for
if
you.
it's a TV
Octavia
show.
Spencer's pretty sweet. She's nice.
I don't know if I'd take the money.
What you just told me about the snail reminds me of the movie It Follows. Have you seen that?
No.
Have you seen it, David?
Oh, it was always like recommended to me on Netflix. I never watched it.
It's
though.
actually, I first saw the movie, I thought it was dumb as hell. I thought I was like, this is stupid. But then I
What's
went
it about? Wait, what's
and
it
then
about?
I watched it again. I watched it again, and I was sometime later. I was like, this movie is actually really good. What it is, it's pretty much
Without spoiling, in case someone wants to watch it.
Well, all right, I'm not gonna spoil it, but basically, it's a movie where like if we're pretty much a demon, or a ghost, it's always presented as someone that's just following you, and it follows you. Once it catches you, you die. But the only way to have it from not following you is to sleep with someone else. And so if you sleep with someone else, it goes to that person, and if that person gets caught by it, it kills them, and then it goes right back to you. So,
that's crazy.
It's actually a really good
Honestly,
movie.
I see that's a demon shit right there. That's some demon shit. Forcing you to have sex with random people.
But that's crazy because like the way how the movie starts off, you kind of just like, oh, cool couple, and you know they do the deed, and then you see what he does, and it's like, oh, damn, and then it's following this girl the whole movie, and it's always presented as like some creepy old ass person, just like in a white gown, white shirt, and they're just slowly walking, but this person can see them, but no one else can see this person. So this girl could just be at school looking out the window and see this person just walking towards them. This old person just
Can they go through like doors and stuff like that or no?
They can not walk through doors, but you know if they see you in the building, they're gonna get into the building. They'll break down a door or whatever, and things like that. And it's a freaky movie, but it's actually pretty good. So if you guys ever want a good horror movie,
I can't do horror movies. I'm sorry.
No, horror movies to me, horror movies aren't scary. I just want a good movie.
I'm not fun to watch them with because I have to talk through it. Like I'm like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where I'm like right there, like that's the guy. You know, like I have to, because that like lightens my mood, and so like I know for some people that could be like shut the up, you know, like you're ruining the suspense. But like for me, I'm like I have to talk through because otherwise I'm too scared.
But you talking about talking through movies, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's so many stories.
It's only horror.
Only horror,
it's
but like
because it's so scary for me. So that's why I feel like I have to talk through it, or it's not that I feel like I just end up doing it.
Yeah.
But any other movie, I totally I'm just like, oh
yeah. I went back when The Dark Knight Rises came out, and if my buddy's probably gonna see this, whatever. He knows where I'm going with this one. But I took two of my friends to go see The Dark Knight Rises. This is when like the first weekend it came out. So Dark Knight Rises after The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You know, this is a serious movie. You know, the ending to the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy.
Yeah.
We go to this movie theater, packed, like just completely sold out, packed. And the second the movie starts, my two friends start busting out laughing. They just start busting out laughing because my buddy Carlos, he's like handing out. He brought his own snacks, and my buddy Mike jokingly looks at him and says, "You wouldn't happen to have a sandwich, would you?" And he pulls out an actual sandwich. So they start laughing out loud, and then the whole movie they just talking as if I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
Legitimately talking, and I was so pissed off.
Well, that's in a movie theater too. That's like one of the original sins of a movie theater.
Yeah, to the point I felt the energy of the guy next to me, of his anger at my friends that are sitting to my left talking. Like I could feel him, and I'm just like, yo, these they're not shutting the hell up. It was so bad to the point. I remember when the movie came out on like DVD, or Blu-ray, whatever. I bought it and I watched it, and then I had a better time watching it then than I did in the movie theater.
Dude, there was a live streamer that I don't know how I stumbled across him. No, it was like way when I like started live streaming. I saw him do like a Battlefront stream because he used to be a main Battlefront streamer, and then he switched to Dead by Daylight as the game died.
Yeah.
But like once in a while I'll go back. But I happened to be on stream when he was talking about he might have been in that film. I think he was one of the police officers in that. Is there a scene in that film where it's like the bad guys and the police officers, like a fight scene or something like that? Yeah. So he was one of the police officers, and he like someone asked like, "What frame are you in?" or whatever, or like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "If you look through the scene," and it's funny because like you could see because he can grow a mustache and
was
all.
He an extra?
Yeah, he was an extra. He was one of the officers. He got like this massive mustache or whatever. Because that's what his thing was like. He wanted to be an actor. COVID happened, and it was like stop doing. He's like, oh, "What am I gonna do?" He's like, "Let me just like start live streaming because like why not?" So he started live streaming. And then now that's like, so then he got to a point where he was like making enough money to kind of like keep living with live streaming.
Yeah.
But now he's like in this weird phase where he's like, okay, well, this is fun and it pays the bills, but it's not really what I want. Like, I want to act. You know, it's like he's in that like, what do I want to do kind of thing. And I just think that's interesting. Cause I think sometimes I can feel like that way.
You ever done extra work yourself?
No, I do. I've never done anything like I've never been paid for any work that I've ever done. So like for me, that's a milestone. I'm excited to have a chance to do. Is like,
dude, it's
get paid to do what I've been thinking about doing my whole life. You know,
it's definitely something. When I did Fences last year,
where was that out of?
It was a theater called Majestic Theater in West Springfield, Massachusetts, and great. My cast, they were all great, awesome people to work with.
Who are you?
I played Corey,
which is
the son.
Which one?
The son of the main guy,
but
Troy.
The younger, older.
Oh, the younger one.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The military one. Yeah. Okay.
And it was a professional theater. A friend of mine contacted me, and she said, "Hey, you should try out for this role." And I already gotten the role of Fences to play Troy in another production that was going to happen later that year, but didn't happen because I came to SCAD. So if I didn't go to SCAD, I would have done Fences twice. Yes.
Was that also for a professional gig? Or?
That one wasn't a professional theater, but this one was for professional theater, and was also like an hour from where I live. Worcester to Springfield is like an hour or whatever. It's like the same distance to Boston, just the opposite direction.
Okay.
and I was like, you know what the hell? Let me just talk to these people, see what it's about. Sent her email, sent her a self-tape, whatever. And they got back to me and said, cool, here's the rundown. You know, you get paid $2,000 and we do 2 weeks of rehearsal for 35 shows. So it was like 6 weeks of rehearsals. 6 weeks of shows.
6 weeks of shows.
2 weeks rehearsal.
So 6, that's 8 weeks.
Like about 8 weeks, yeah.
8 weeks. So 8 times 7 is 56. What's 2,000?
Yeah, you do the math. Yeah, my brother, he's a crazy math whiz or whatever. So he broke that all down, and like at the same time, it was like, does it really make sense?
I'm not a math whiz, so I gotta look.
I'm not a math whiz, but like for me, I was just excited. Yeah, getting paid is awesome, but like I was also excited for like that true professional experience. I was like, wow, so only 2 weeks of rehearsals and then 6.5 weeks of shows. That's kind of how it is, like, in the professional world. I forget how many shows Bill Burr did for Glengarry Glen Ross.
So that was just for the shows, though?
What?
It's like, how would someone be able to live off of that then?
2 weeks.
If they're doing so many shows.
Well, I personally said just pay me the money at the end of it. So, but also it worked out for me because my job at the time, which was a wine distributing company.
Okay.
So they had like certain hubs and stuff around the state, and they had some stops in that Springfield area. Oh. And so it was lucky for me. There was a coworker that worked that area, and me and him switched for like 2 months or whatever. Yep. And so he did my original route and I did his route, which was easier for him because where he lived was closer to where my route was. So every morning he had to drive like nearly an hour to like Springfield, Chelmsford to do his job. Yep. And then me, I was just in West Springfield, and I just wake up and drive like, 10 minutes to like all the stops and whatnot. Yep. And so I was able to still work my normal job. And do the show, and also the theater company, they provide housing, so they got like actors from literally all over the country. Originally, the guy that had to play Troy was from L.A.
Gotcha.
Something happened. I don't know what happened. He didn't do it, but yeah. So they gave me the housing. It worked out well, and I was excited just to get that kind of professional feel.
Well, it's cool because that's like the first thing you can put on your resume. Like that's my thought too. Is like when someone looks at your resume, I think that in my brain, they're always my first thought is like, do they see something they recognize, which is like a paid gig or a paid, and if so, what? And if it's legitimate.
I always wonder do I specify like which gigs like I'm paid for in like the resume?
They're gonna know based on your theater company. I need to redo my resume because I think I have it broken down to like.
Oh, dude, I could do
my like my character, show, and then where I did it. But I also know there's like a positive to putting who directed your show, because it's a name that someone might look and be like, oh, I recognize that name. You worked with so and so, and then that's your in. So that I know there's something to that. But but the way that I have it laid out, it just doesn't. It's not functional. So I need to go in and get it like completely.
Same. I gotta do mine as well. I think I'm in a class right now with Prosky, and he had to step out one time, and Mikey, right? From the casting office. I think she came in and she filled in for him, and she talked about resumes, and I showed her mine. She said my resume is good, but needs to be worked. Pretty much, like, which I totally agree, but like I never like. It's weird because like I never really. It's gonna sound awful, but like I didn't put too much thought, and I put thought in my resume, but not to the point of like how the layout is, because like I just never saw like any other one, and for everything that I've ever done, people have always told me, "Oh, your resume is nice, it's good," and so never really, So it's just like listed, but like I saw everyone else's resume, it's kind of like bang 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 and bang bang bang, and such, and with like a photo and all that stuff, and she gave me some pointers. I was like, cool, I gotta just rework mine, make it, clean it up. It looks good, but so that's on my agenda sometime soon.
Gotcha. Are you working on anything right now, project-wise, or anything worthy of promoting?
Well, I'm hoping I get cast in The Crucible. Hoping, because I really want to do something. There is, I think I might have told you. Did I tell you this part last night? I think I told you last night. There is another show. I'm gonna leave names and such out of it.
Yeah.
Giving
You could just say a show.
Yeah, there's a show that I could get in.
Okay.
Because of depending on what their decisions are on some cast members. But like, other than that, there's maybe it might be fair to promote this. I do back home. I did a trailer for a documentary that I'm doing about Major Taylor. And Major Taylor, he was one of the first African American like champions in cycling back at the turn of the century, like the late 1800s, early 1900s. And he was born in Indiana, and he moved to Worcester, where I'm from, and he trained, and he won champion titles all around the world just for cycling. And there's a museum about him in Worcester. There's a statue about him in Worcester. And we shot a trailer where I play him. And the whole documentary is still being made. It's about his life and such. Gotcha. And he was basically like the Michael Jordan of cycling and whatnot. And he moved to Worcester to escape all the racial prejudices that he would face in Indiana and such. So we're telling the story about his life. And that's been a project that's been in the works for quite a while now, but they're still working on it. They're still trying to raise money and things like that. Yeah. So people can go to the Worcester Whirlwind. Maybe we'll put a link somewhere if they want to do that.
If you send me a link, I can put it in there.
And you can check out the trailer, make donations or whatever. I'm pretty sure my guy who's with that, he'd appreciate that. That's still an ongoing thing. People still ask me about it. So
cool.
Yeah, other than that, that's it, man.
Awesome. Well, we could take our 2-shot right now. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Mike, for coming on. Thank you, David, for helping out the show. I hope everything went smoothly.
Went smoothly.
If you made it this far into the show, thank you so much. If you're just joining us, thank you as well. And we will hopefully see you next week. Peace.